Here's the truth that I want you to really hold on to today. God wastes nothing. His timing is perfect. And when we're disciplined and have grit and tenacity, we cannot fail. I know that it feels like you're stuck right now, but you're not stuck forever. God did not create you to live in frustration, overwhelm, and self doubt. He created you for peace, abundance, clarity, and purpose. Welcome to Her Unraveled Life, the podcast for kingdom women ready to break free from feeling stuck, overcome self-doubt, and step boldly into their God-given calling without the overwhelm. I'm Amy Wadlington, a Christian life coach and spiritual mentor, here to help you transform your mindset and find clarity. If you're ready to finally experience the breakthrough you've been longing for, you're in the right place. Let's jump in. Hey there, friend. Welcome back to Her Unraveled Life. This is Amy, your life coach. Today, we are diving into a topic I think every single one of us can relate to, that frustrating middle place where you're working really hard, doing all the right things, but it feels like nothing is happening. If you've ever felt like giving up because you aren't seeing the results you want, this episode is for you. I want to talk about discipline, habits, and the power of sticking with it even when you feel stuck and you feel like you're not getting any traction. I'll share some personal stories and lessons I've learned along the way, and I pray that this will encourage you to keep going. I want to start with a powerful metaphor from the book Atomic Habits by James Clear. It was just this small paragraph in like the second chapter where I read about this, but it really had an impact on me. It's all about the power of consistency. Imagine you're in a room that's 20 degrees and your goal is to melt a piece of ice on the table. You turn up the temperature by 1 degree every day, 21 degrees, 22 degrees, 23 degrees, but the ice doesn't melt. Nothing seems to be happening. And then you hit 32 degrees, and suddenly everything changes. That's what progress looks like when we build habits. You might not see the results for a long time, but every small step is raising the temperature. Every habit, every bit of discipline is preparing you for your breakthrough. The thing is that we all start at different places. Some of us begin at 20 degrees, some at 0, and some at -30. Maybe you came from a really supportive family that pushed you to be your best at everything, and maybe you didn't. Maybe you have the resources to invest in personal growth and business classes, or maybe you're scraping by every single month. Maybe you started at -10 degrees, but no one knows that, and they just witnessed your suddenly, and they all assume your achievement that you worked really hard for came really easily to you. Or maybe you thought the piece of ice was a regular size of ice from an ice tray, but what God has planned for you is to melt the ocean. It's also so easy to get snared in the comparison trap too. From the outside, we all see everyone else's ice melted, but only that person who has been putting in the hard work every single day truly knows the challenges that they faced and how long it took them to melt that ice. Wherever you're starting from, one truth remains. If you don't give up, you cannot fail. This reminds me of Galatians 6:9, which says, "Let us not grow weary in doing good, for at the proper time we will reap a harvest if we don't give up." I want to share a little bit about my weight loss journey. It has been one of the most frustrating areas of my adult life. I have tried and tried and tried, and I have failed every time. I have spent the last 11 years in the wellness space. I'm a certified health coach. I know what the right things to do are, and I've done all of the right things, but I'm not where I want to be yet. I learned that I had to redefine what success looks like for me. It's not just about a number on the scale anymore. For me, success is about freedom, energy, and having a clear mind. It's about feeling comfortable in my own skin, feeling comfortable in the clothes that I wear and that they fit me well, and being pain-free. Here's the thing. While I'm not at my ultimate goal yet, I can see the progress. My clothes are looser. The chronic pain in my back, knees, and ankles, the pain that I dealt with for years, is gone. My blood tests have improved and my habits have changed. When you lose weight the right way, you're getting healthy from the inside out. You just don't see the progress when it happens that way. It's not immediate, but the results are real and they're long lasting. I remind myself often of Hebrews 12:11. No discipline seems pleasant at the time, but painful. Later on, however, it produces a harvest of righteousness and peace for those who have been trained by it. Now, that's a promise I can hold on to. It's not always easy, but the long-term harvest is so worth it. Another area that I've really struggled with is growing my business. I have started three businesses: photography, wellness, and network marketing with Young Living, and now coaching. And it has been a journey. There have been so many moments where I felt like I was doing everything right, but I wasn't seeing the results I wanted. I was posting on social media, building the websites, again, doing all the right things. And I've worked so hard, yet the financial freedom and flexibility I dream of feels just out of reach. But you know what? God has shown me that nothing is wasted. When I started as a photographer, I came out of a really tough season where I felt voiceless. Photography forced me to find my voice because without it, I couldn't get the shots that I wanted. And through my wellness and network marketing business, I learned to serve clients well and to work as part of a team. And I learned so much about holistic health, mindset shifts, and healing from trauma. And through all of the 9 to 5 jobs that I've had, I've developed so many skills like marketing, SEO, SEM, design, customer service, project management, and so much more. And all of these skills have prepared me for where I am today. Even when it feels like nothing is happening, God is always working behind the scenes. Every step forward, every experience is building toward your breakthrough. As Proverbs 16:3 reminds us, commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans. In Matthew, Jesus tells us to be the salt and the light. So no matter where you are in your journey, you can be those two things. And you know what speeds up the melting of ice? Salt and light. Serving others and bringing glory to God while we turn up the temperature through consistent habits and discipline will speed up the process of your breakthrough. Friend, I know the weight you're carrying can feel unbearable at times. The frustration, the overwhelm, the self doubt, the God doubt, it can make you just want to give up. But you are so much closer than you think. Growth often feels slow and invisible, like watching grass grow. But just because you can't see it doesn't mean that it's not happening. I want you to take a moment and just reflect on these questions. Maybe pause and grab a journal if you can and write these down. Where have you grown in the last month, 6 months, or even a year? What progress have you made, even if it's small? And how can you be the salt and the light? Sometimes we have to step back and look for the wins that we've been overlooking for so long. Here's the truth that I want you to really hold on to today. God wastes nothing. His timing is perfect. And when we're disciplined and have grit and tenacity, we cannot fail. I know that it feels like you're stuck right now, but you're not stuck forever. God did not create you to live in frustration, overwhelm, and self doubt. He created you for peace, abundance, clarity, and purpose. The lies that say you're not good enough or that you're always going to feel stuck, they're just that. They're lies. And you don't ever want to come into agreement with lies because you're partnering with the enemy when you do that. God is calling you to step out in faith, trust his plan, and take the next step, one step at a time. I will leave you with this. Keep turning up the temperature. Keep taking those small, faithful steps. Keep showing up even when it feels like nothing is happening and even when it's hard. Because one day you will hit 32 degrees and everything will change. You are not alone in this. I'm walking this journey with you, and so is God. Thank you so much for listening today. I would love to hear from you. Where have you seen growth in your own life, even if it's small? Share your story with me. I would love to cheer you on. If today's episode resonated with you, I would also love for you to share it with a friend who needs this encouragement today. And don't forget to subscribe so that you never miss an episode. Let's turn those big, God-given dreams into everyday wins together. Until next time. That's it for today, friends. Before you go, I just want to say, if this podcast has blessed you, the best way to thank me is to leave a written review over on Apple Podcasts or give it a 5-star rating wherever you're listening. And don't forget to hit follow so you never miss an episode. The other thing you can do is share it with a friend. Not only does this bless me, but you're helping spread this message to someone else who might need to hear it. And hey, before we wrap up, let me remind you of something really important. You have come so far. Look at how much you've grown. There hasn't been one challenge you haven't overcome. You are strong, capable, and so gifted. God has an incredible purpose and plan for your life. Remember, you are a daughter of the one true King. You are his masterpiece, and your story has the power to inspire others. Be proud of the woman you are and the one you are becoming. And don't forget, you didn't go through everything you've gone through for nothing. These tests will become your testimony. Your mess will become your message. You were born for such a time as this. Thank you so much for being here with me today. Until next time, friend.